Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to rig a releasable commercial abseil system. So to start off with, we've got our static abseil rope over here, which I've already flaked and placed a figure of 8 on a bight in one end and a stopper knot in the other. So to start with, take your figure of 8 on a bight end of the rope and clip this into the focal point. We're clipping this in so that when we throw the rope over the edge of the cliff, that there is a point connected into and all the rope doesn't fall off the end. So then come back to our stopper knot end and begin butterfly coiling. You're going to coil out as much as you estimate to hit the bottom of the cliff. So just estimating how much I'm going to need. Then split your coils, have a look down the below, make sure no one's in the road. You're going to yell out rope to make sure that people know that what's going to come down. So here we go, rope. Cool. And then got a little bit excess, so I'm going to pull up till it's just touching the bottom, about there. Then bring the rope back up to the focal point here, where I'm then going to tie a munter hitch and clip this into the focal point where our figure of 8 on a bight was. Sensation, so we make sure that's releasing the right way. The reason we're using a munter here is so that we can perform a release and let the rope out if anything needs to, if it needs to be released in case someone gets a hair cord or a t-shirt or something of that nature. So then you'll grab the end of the rope here, pull out a big loop so you've got enough to make 3 half hitches, and tie 3 half hitches. Then with this end of the loop, you're going to clip that into here. Then take the excess bit of rope and make a nice, neat coil over here so that it's out of the way and nobody trips on it or anything like that. Cool. So the second part is we'll come over to our dynamic belay rope over here. Once again, I've flaked it out and placed a figure of 8 on a bight on one end and the start of a re-threaded figure 8 where the climb will then attach into. So to start off with this rope, we're going to clip our figure of 8 on a bight into the focal point. No, sorry, we're not going to do that. This is going to be our new safety for us. So we're going to estimate how much we need and then pull it back to the focal point, and this is where we then tie another figure of 8 on a bight and clip it into the focal point. And grab the other end of the rope here and pull it out and tie another figure of 8 on a bight. Now this is going to be where we tie our belay device into. So it's important when doing this and estimating how far we pull it out that we realise that when it is fully weighted, it's going to be pulling quite a bit. So we don't want to have it right on the edge because then you won't be able to reach your belay device and maintain a brake hand. So I normally, as an estimate, just keep it the same sort of length, maybe a little bit shorter than the safety line that I've made here for me. So then tie another figure of 8 on a bight. and then we clip Add a belay device into there. And this is where the client will come in and attach off. And that is a releasable commercial abseil setup. Thank you. Alright guys, so we've set up the abseil system here. So now I'm going to show you how to perform a release. This is most commonly done when somebody, normally girls with long hair, get their hair caught in the belay device or their abseil device there. Also can happen with clothing or something of that nature.
Rex, my hair's caught.
Oh no, okay. So normally what we can do here to start off with, sometimes you can just pull in a bit of slack, and that might be from the belay line here, which might be enough to be able to let them let their hair go. So try and pull in a little bit. How's that going there, Simo? You still stuck?
Yeah, my hair's still stuck, mate.
Okay, so still stuck. So what we do now is grab a bit of the rope here. We're going to pull it through the carabiner. Make sure that we're maintaining brake hand at all time. So Simo, I'm just going to lock you off on the belay line now, okay? Yeah. So just keep your hand on the brake line and everything, mate, all right? Yeah, right. So then we're going to go through and tie off 3 half hitches. While this is happening, most likely the kid's going to be screaming or something because their hair's caught, so it's going to be pretty frantic. So it's always, you've got to make sure that you can keep your cool and just get it done and get in there and get them released. It's all locked off now. Clip this there. All right, Simo. So you can I've got you locked off on the belay line there now, so you can let go of your brake hand if you want. I'm just going to go over the abseil line and let it out for you. All right. Okay. So it's important to maintain communication through to the client at all times, so they know what you're doing. So then we'll come over to our abseil line here, and we're going to undo the 3 half hitches that we've tied. And then, so it's important that we're maintaining a hand on at all times, because they're then going to get released onto, going to release them so they can get their hair or whatever is caught, undone. All right, Sim, I'm slowly going to let the line out, the abseil line, so you can release your hair. All right. So just slowly feeding this out.
Yeah, that's got it, Rex.
That's got it? Cool. So then, we then go back and tie off our 3 half hitches again. Off the half hitches. Put this loop back into your focal point. Okay, we come back down. All right, Simo. So now you got it all caught. Make sure you keep your hand on the brake line for me, okay?
Yeah, right.
Just gonna let you get back on the abseil line. Yeah. So now we come back to our belay line here. Undo, clip, and release our half hitches. It's important to make sure that we keep our hands on at all time, because this is going to let them back onto the brake on the brake system here. So always maintaining contact with the rope here as we release it out. All right, Simo. Going to go back onto the belay line, so make sure that you got your hand on the brake rope, all right, mate? Yeah. Important here, keeping it through, pull it back through, and then they're back on belay as you were starting off. All right, Simo, we're going to let you down and we're going to get to the bottom, all right?
All right.
Let's do it, cool. That's how to perform a release. Thank you.